These are the top 9 mistakes that you're making with your gaming laptop and how to avoid them. And don't miss the bonus 10th mistake that everyone makes at the end. Mistake number 1, not cleaning. It's no secret that gaming laptops have loud fans, and more air intake means more dust sucked inside. Put simply, more dust inside your gaming laptop blocks the airflow and heats it up, which can result in less performance. So clean it out a couple of times a year if you use it a lot. The amount of dust and dirt available for your laptop to actually suck up will depend on how dirty your environment is. So using an air purifier could help with that. Mistake number 2, laptop placement. Speaking of blocked airflow, ideally you should use your gaming laptop on a flat surface like a table when actually playing games. If you're instead lying on a bed or using it on your lap, then it's much easier for the air intakes underneath to get blocked, resulting in overheating and potentially less performance. Also try to leave some space around the air exhausts on the sides and out the back so hot air can escape easier. Mistake 3, gaming on battery power. Although convenient, there are a number of problems playing games while running on battery power. The first is that it puts a heavier load on the battery. More power needs to be expended at once. In most gaming laptops, the battery can't give you anywhere near as good performance compared to just being plugged in. So simply plugging your gaming laptop into wall power will give you better performance. And we all like higher FPS, right? Another problem with gaming on battery power is that you're constantly going through discharge and recharge cycles. And this kills battery lifespan the more you do it. Basically, if you're near wall power, just plug in. And even if you're a little far away, it's probably worth investing in an extension cable. Mistake 4, not opening with care. Unfortunately, a number of popular gaming laptops are known to have issues with the hinges and they will break over time. The best way to help reduce this happening is to not rip open the lid from the corner with lots of force. Instead, just gently open from the middle to spread out the pressure. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go around treating your laptop like it's made out of glass or something. Just be respectful to the device you probably spent thousands of dollars on. I've seen people body slam their laptop and act surprised when it breaks. We're halfway to that bonus 10th mistake. Mistake number 5, not updating. Updates usually fix known problems and improve performance, so it's important to stay up to date. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. Most people are probably familiar with Windows updates, and by default, your computer will install these automatically, unless you've gone out of your way to disable them manually or something. Along with operating system updates, you should also check the Microsoft Store separately for updates, as a large number of apps, including many gaming laptop control panels these days, are updated through here. And for some reason, Microsoft thought it would be a great idea to have these 2 separate places to update. I don't know why they didn't just have it all handled by Windows Update, but yeah, 2 separate spots. In addition to that, you'll also want to make sure that you're on the latest version of graphics drivers for your gaming laptop, whether that's from AMD or Nvidia, as these drivers get regular updates when there's new games out. For example, once a popular game launches, Nvidia usually has a game-ready driver to go straight away. The laptop's BIOS may also receive updates over time that offer performance tweaks or security patches. If you're not sure how to update the BIOS on your laptop, then refer to the manufacturer's documentation. Mistake 6, not using dual-channel memory. Put simply, if your gaming laptop only has 1 stick of memory installed, you're probably leaving performance on the table by running in single channel. Some laptops these days are still sold with just 1 stick of memory, which means slower single channel. Usually it's just a cost-saving thing to make the laptop price lower. And while it will work fine with just 1 stick, if you update to 2, there can be some significant performance boosts. Unfortunately, it's not quite as simple as just saying that you need 2 sticks, because some laptops like the Asus Zephyrus series only have 1 memory slot, but they also have more memory soldered to the motherboard. So despite only having room for 1 stick, as long as that 1 stick is installed, it's still dual channel. If you're not sure, you can use software like Hardware Info, which simply says what you're using. Mistake 7, playing games on Optimus. Most gaming laptops have both integrated graphics and discrete graphics. Integrated graphics, or the iGPU, are part of the CPU, so either from AMD or Intel. The iGPU uses less power, so it's perfect when running on battery power like this right now. The actual horsepower to run games though comes from the discrete graphics, which in this case is Nvidia, and that's also known as the DGPU, so it can be Nvidia or Radeon. Basically with Optimus, you load up a game and the Nvidia graphics will render the frames, send them through to the iGPU, and then that will send them onto the screen. And this means that the iGPU in the middle can act as a bottleneck. Now some laptops have a mux switch or advanced Optimus, which basically means the discrete graphics connects directly to the screen. There's no iGPU bottleneck middleman. So if you're looking to buy a gaming laptop, finding one with a mux switch is a great feature. But if you've already got a laptop that doesn't have one, then you're stuck with Optimus. However, you can still get a performance boost by connecting an external screen, as most laptops have at least one display output that connects directly to the discrete graphics, bypassing Optimus. Mistake 8, buying new too often. With all the YouTube channels like mine and others pumping out laptop content, you might think that you need to continually upgrade in order to have a good gaming experience. But that's simply not the case. You're definitely not being left behind by not having the latest and greatest hardware. Gaming laptops from a few years ago can still run modern games quite well. You need to be aware that there's always going to be a constant cycle of new hardware being released. There's always something new just around the corner, which also means there's almost never a perfect time to buy. So definitely do watch reviews like mine and make an informed choice when buying something new. But generally when you make that decision, you want to do it keeping in mind that you're probably going to be keeping the laptop for a few years' time. I don't think it should be something that you replace every 1 or 2 years. Sure, if you can sell the laptop and you really want something new, then go ahead. But in most cases, I'd say the general rule of thumb is that if your laptop still does what you need it to do, then you don't need to upgrade. Buying used or certified refurbished can be a better way to get a deal, especially this year as there's limited stock of brand new stuff. And if you can get something new, it's probably overpriced. Sometimes all you need is a fresh Windows install and a new SSD to make everything feel brand new again. Extra mistake 8.5. If you do go to upgrade your laptop, keep track of the screws and where they go. Many laptops have different length screws, and the last thing you want to do is put a long screw in a small hole, because it might go through some other component and break things. Also, when changing hardware, it's worth unplugging the battery first. Someone recently told me they dropped a screw on the motherboard and it shorted it out and killed the whole laptop. And trust me, that's something that you definitely want to avoid. Mistake 9, performance tuning. Last one before that bonus 10th mistake. Performance tuning goes both ways. Some people don't tune anything and they miss out on performance or their machine runs too hot, while some people go too far and might put an overclock on that's unstable, resulting in games crashing. Of course, between both of those extremes, there's a happy middle ground. That said, I don't think most people need to do a whole lot of tuning. It depends on whether you're satisfied with how your laptop's running. If it's too hot, then maybe you might want to try undervolting. If you want to try and squeeze a little extra performance in gaming, then maybe a little overclock with software like MSI Afterburner might be good. I'll leave some links in the description below covering both undervolting and overclocking if you need more information. And as a bonus for making it all the way through the video, mistake number 10. Perhaps most importantly of all, most people don't know you can turn your laptop sideways when downloading so that gravity helps the loading bar go faster. If you want tips on improving your gaming laptop, then check out this video next. I cover my top 9 in 2 minutes. And unlike that last one, these will actually help, so I'll see you in that next.